Y'all come in all late. I can't even get my hugs on because I gotta get ready to get started, so I'll get y'all later. Yeah, they did. Well, it is 6:30. I'll call tonight's American Canyon Fire Protection District Board meeting to order, May 26, 2026. And please join me as we say our Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Madam Clerk, can we have a roll call, please?
Board Member Cruz?
Here.
Board Member Lamatina?
Here.
Board Member Oro?
Here.
Vice Chair Joseph?
Here.
And Chair Washington?
Here. Report on closed session and confirmation of reportable actions. Mr. Ross?
Chair, board members, convened an open session at 5:30 p.m. after ascertaining, being informed that there were no public comments on the matters agendized for closed session. You adjourned to closed session at 5:30 p.m. You concluded closed session at 6:14 p.m. I will prepare a written report upon return from closed session consistent with the provisions of Government Code Section 54957.1. That would conclude the report unless there are questions.
Any questions from the board? Seeing none. Thank you, Mr. Ross.
Chair, I would suggest respectfully that you move agenda changes up for the next matter to be considered, simply because I think with respect to number 5, that may be a matter you would wish to continue to a further date because of a lack of availability.
Okay. Any objections from the council for moving this to a later date? Seeing none, do we need to take a vote on that?
I'll move the agenda subject to continuing item number 5 to a later date.
I'll second.
Okay, thank you. We have a second. Madam Clerk, can we do a roll call, please?
Board Member Cruz?
Yes.
Board Member Lamatina?
Yes.
Board Member Oro?
Yes.
Vice Chair Joseph?
Yes.
And Chair Washington?
Yes. Thank you. We'll move on to proclamations and presentations. Now that number 5 has been moved, we have item number 4, a proclamation for June 1 through 7, 2026 as CPR and AED Awareness Week recommendation. And I'm assuming that's why you're here, Jessica, to receive our proclamation. So I'll have you stand up to the podium. I know you like speaking in public, so I'm gonna read the proclamation. The chief has something he wants to add after the proclamation, and then we'll have you have an opportunity to say a few words, and we'll take a picture with you. Okay? Reading proclamation for June 1 through 7, 2026 as CPR and AED Awareness Week in the American Canyon Fire Protection District as CPR and AED Awareness Week. Whereas sudden cardiac arrest is the leading cause of death in the United States, affecting hundreds of thousands of individuals each year. Immediately, CPR and the use of the automatic external thank you. AEDs can dramatically increase a person's chances of survival during a cardiac emergency. And whereas bystanders' intervention through CPR and AED use can double or even triple survival rates when administered quickly and effectively. And whereas public education and awareness regarding CPR and AED training empowers community members to act confidently and decisively in an emergency situation. And whereas the dedicated efforts of first responders, health professionals, educators, and community organizations continue to strengthen emergency preparedness and save lives throughout our community. And whereas the American Canyon Fire Protection District encourages all residents to learn CPR and become familiar with the AED locations and usage in order to help create a safer and more resilient community. Now, therefore, it be resolved that I, Pierre Washington, Chair of the Board of Directors of American Canyon Fire Protection District, hereby proclaim June 1 through June 7, 2026 as CPR and AED Awareness Week, and encourage all residents to participate in CPR and AED training opportunities to recognize the importance of the immediate actions in saving lives. Dated today, May 26, 2026. And before you share, I'm going to have the chief share some things.
Thank you, Board. Good evening, board members, staff, and community. So as you just read, June 1st through 7th marks National CPR and AED Awareness Week, and opportunity to recognize the critical importance of immediate life-saving intervention during cardiac emergencies, and to thank the many individuals and organizations committed to improving survival outcomes within our community. Every second during a cardiac arrest counts. When someone's heart stops, early recognition, immediate CPR, and rapid AED use can significantly increase the chance of survival. Here in American Canyon and throughout Napa County, our firefighters are often the first on scene, beginning life-saving efforts within moments of arrival through high-quality CPR and the use of our cardiac monitors. Those first few minutes truly make a difference between life and death. AEDs, deployments, and use in the field increase survivability prior to our arrival. I'm proud to share that Napa County currently has a cardiac arrest rate of approximately 16.5%, compared to the national average of less than 9%. The statistics reflect the strength of our entire emergency response system, from our dispatchers, the bystanders, EMS providers, AMR, the firefighters, nurses, physicians, and educators. It also demonstrates what is possible when a community prioritizes preparedness and training. At American Canyon Fire Protection District, education has remained a cornerstone of our mission. For the past 13 years, our personnel have continued teaching hands-only CPR and AED awareness to students at the American Canyon High School, helping empower the next generation with the confidence and skills to act during an emergency. In addition, we regularly provide training to local businesses, community groups, and city employees, because cardiac emergencies can happen anywhere, anytime, at home, at work, at school, or during community events. These efforts are strengthened through outstanding partnerships with AMR, Napa County, Queen of the Valley Heart Safe Committee, and Copter 11. Through collaboration, shared training, public outreach, and coordinated patient care, these partnerships continue to make American Canyon and Napa County safer places to live, work, and visit. The willingness to everyday people to learn CPR and use AEDs has a direct impact on survival rates and outcomes to our residents. And on behalf of the district, thank you for everyone who continues to support CPR and AED education awareness. Together we build a more prepared and resilient life-saving community. Jessica, that's up here today, she is integral in the part, not just in American Canyon, but Napa County, because she is right by our side when we're out there teaching CPR and AED. And we appreciate her coming tonight and recognizing this event. We wanted to make sure that we celebrated the CPR and AED awareness not in June, but in this month, because it's the first week of June. We didn't want to be behind the 8 ball. So we're recognizing it now. And thank you again for coming. If you'd like to say anything, you can.
Sure, I don't have anything organized or prepared, but happy to be here. Second, everything Cliff said, CPR truly does save lives. Any of us who've been out in the field can tell you that most often it's when CPR is initiated by a bystander, we have a success out in the field. So firm believer in CPR awareness. I want to extend the invitation to any of you who have a book club or a child in Cub Scouts or anything. Call me, call Laura. We will get organized. Probably myself, to be honest with you, to come teach hands-only CPR, because it truly does save lives. And in our county, in the last, probably 5 or 6 months now, we put a lot of emphasis on teaching kids this in the last 4 or 5 years. And we've done a really good job in the last 10 or 12 years teaching high schoolers hands-only CPR. But I'm a firm believer that they got to learn more than once to be able to retain that knowledge and use it and feel empowered to do so. So we've taught 5th, 7th, and 9th grade now for several years. And in the past 5 or 6 months, there's been 4 kids that I know of personally, and all the stories don't always come back to me. But 4 kids that we know of who have taken a class in our county through one of our organizations have initiated compressions on an adult, and 3 of those 4 times that individual survived. So CPR truly does save lives. So thank you for your support. From the bottom of my heart, I believe it, and I've seen it, and I know that it's true. So thank you.
Yeah, well, I also had the opportunity to work with you
You did. I'm
at
kind of a
the, at
crazy
the elementary school with 100 kids, and I'm like, man, one, just getting 100 kids to listen to what you had to say was a task in itself. But I was really impressed with how you taught them. It actually reminded me of some steps that I needed to continue to do in the event that I have myself put in a situation like that. So I just think that you have that passion to do that. So I think it was awesome that you do it. The elementary schools, the high schools, and middle schools.
Yeah, it's amazing to see. I've been doing this for quite some time now, and I did it for a number of years where we just taught in high school. But now seeing, I'm in my 5th year, and so our 5th graders that we've taught 5th, 7th, and now there are 9th graders take it so much more seriously. They're empowered. You know, they feel like they know it. You know, they know the rigmarole, and they're ready to act. And it takes honestly very little, you know, reminders as to what to do. They're prepared, and I firmly believe they're prepared for their lives to initiate compressions if they need to.
And something else that you shared that was impactful that I didn't even know about you was at the beginning of that lesson, you told them your story about the high school. Do you feel comfortable enough expressing what happened?
Yeah. So I grew up in Napa County. I'm born and raised, and I went to high school at Vintage High School. I graduated in 2002. Yes, a minute ago. But in my 11th grade year, I had a substitute in my English class one day, and he was up teaching, and then he wasn't. He was down, and he was unresponsive. And at that time, our generation weren't taught this in school, right? We weren't taught CPR of any kind, let alone multiple times before we graduated, right? And so we didn't know what to do. We didn't know what was going on or how to act or react, right? So I knew enough to know this wasn't normal. He didn't just suddenly decide to take a nap in the middle of our classroom. So I did send a friend of mine to the portable that was next to ours, and that teacher did come and this, you know, took a look for herself and realized that this indeed was an emergency. And she did call 911. It took them a while to get there, and I was young and I don't know the full story, but it took them a while to get there, and compressions were not initiated for whatever reason. Anyway, she did the best she knew how to do. She called 911, and then we waited, right? We waited. Long story short, by the time everybody got there, they did what they could, but he died. He died right in front of me in 11th grade. So I think in hindsight, going back, that's a little bit of the fire beneath me. You know, I don't want that to happen again in our county. I don't want that to happen to a teacher again. It's unnecessary. And I certainly don't want that to happen to a child, because that's anybody who's endured anything like that. It's traumatic, and it takes a while to get over, if ever. So that is what happened to me, and it's indeed a little bit of my why as to why I want that to never happen again. And we're doing good. We're doing good, guys.
Thank you for sharing.
And board, just to let you know, she came here not knowing that she was going to say anything. So I didn't mean to put you on the spot, Jessica, but your compassion, your professionalism, everything just shows when you are able to step up like that. Thank you very much, and let's take a picture.
Okay, now we're at the portion for public comment, so I'll open it up for public comment for any item that's not on tonight's agenda. If you have a comment, you'll have 3 minutes. But first, introduce yourself for the record. And I will go to you, Madam Clerk, but do we have any speaker
Yes, we do.
cards?
Justin Hamilton has raised his hand.
Okay. Hi, Justin.
Good evening. I think I was so proud heard that, my name is Justin Ho. I live in American for 34 years. It's nice to see Mr. Ross back. Other thing is, I think she did a great job. Rescue emergency. I think somebody lived by the house over there. Every morning I go to the bus stop this morning. So thank you for coming to City Hall to talk about that. Thank you.
Thank you, Justin. Anyone else online, Madam Clerk?
No, Chair.
Anyone in the audience want to come up and speak? Seeing no one, I'll close public comment and return to council for the consent calendar approvals or a motion.
I'll make a motion. We approve the consent calendar.
Okay, we have a
I
motion.
second.
Okay, and we have a second. Board Member Lamatina?
I would like to pull item number 8.
Item number 8. Okay, can I get you to make another motion?
I'll amend my motion to approve the consent calendar except item 8.
And can I get you to?
And I second that amendment.
Okay, so we have a second. Can we get a roll call, please? Removing item 8.
Board Member Cruz?
Yes.
Board Member Lamatina?
Yes.
Board Member Oro?
Yes.
Vice Chair Joseph?
Yes.
And Chair Washington.
Yes. I'll return to you, Councilmember Lamatina, for item number 8, the Fire Service Fee Board Review Appointment.
Yes, I just wanted to take a moment to recognize Miss Beth Marcus for all the amazing, you're just like everywhere, and you're at every council meeting, every fire district meeting, and showing your support wherever you can. And I greatly appreciate, I know our board does, and our fire and our police, and so I just wanted to take a moment to recognize you and to thank you. It's much appreciated.
Okay, thank you.
And I would second that. At first, I thought you were pulling the item because you wanted to challenge her appointment. I was thinking,
yeah.
wow, this is going to get ugly, but no, it worked
Mine
out
is not
great.
bad.
Yeah, all right, thank you.
So was that your motion as well?
Yeah, and I would just move to approve the appointment of Beth Marcus to a 2-year term on the Fire Service Fee Board of Review.
And I'll second that.
Thank you. Okay, we have a second on item number 8. Madam Clerk, can you do a roll call again, please?
Yes. Board Member Cruz?
Yes.
Board Member Lamatina?
Yes.
Board Member Oro?
Yes.
Vice Chair Joseph?
Yes.
And Chair Washington.
Yes. And congratulations, Beth. Moving on to public hearing, item number 11, public hearing and acceptance of the AB 2561 vacancy, recruitment, and retention efforts. Would that be something that you will be presenting on, Chief?
Yes, Board. Thank you, Board, and good evening again. So the purpose of the AB 2561, we were made aware that it is now an annual report that's supposed to be given by public agencies for vacancies, recruitment, retention efforts. And this is, we're supposed to have a public hearing. So this is going to be our public hearing and adoption of this annually. In the effort, the report of the calendar year that we're supposed to be giving is 2025 currently. We're looking at adopting this in the future with a fiscal budget. We're still working that out with our legal team to determine exactly when this is supposed to be in play. But our new finance team basically brought it to our attention and said that this needs to be something that's expedited and put on the agenda. So that's how it ended up on the agenda today. Our retention efforts to report the calendar year 2025 as required under Government Code Section 3502 is to provide transparency regarding firefighter staffing levels, vacancies, recruitment efforts, and retention within our district. During 2025, the district experienced 2 firefighter vacancies, both of which were successfully filled during the reporting period. One firefighter paramedic trainee was sponsored through the Regional Fire Academy and transitioned into a full-time firefighter paramedic position of July 1st, 2025. And a second recruit firefighter later in the year resulted in another successful hire beginning of October 2027. The firefighter trainee, I just want to bring that up again as that was a collaboration we did with the membership to start something new, thinking outside the box to be able to not just hire somebody that was already firefighter 1, but to open our candidate pool to somebody that we can send and collaborate with the City of Vallejo Fire Department to put them through their accredited academy, and which is 6 months long, but it opened up a greater pool of candidates for us to select and choose from to get the best qualified candidate out there. Both of those candidates that we hired last year are doing well in their probationary standards, although one of them's here tonight. He's probably pretty nervous because he's going to be testing his next mod test tomorrow. Sorry to put you on the spot, my friend. Yeah, we're supposed to give just a brief rundown of the year and how our vacancies were, how we filled them. At the conclusion of 2025, the district had no vacancies. The report identifies the district authorized staffing levels, vacancy rates, recruitment activities, retention data, and strategies utilized to support the workforce stability. So for calendar year 2025, the district maintained 28 full-time equivalent positions. Agency-wide vacancy rate was 7.14%. Our retention rate remained high at 96.43%, and the average turnover rate was 3.57. The district continues to focus on maintaining staffing stability throughout firefighter trainee sponsorships, competitive compensation and benefits, training opportunities, employee wellness, and career development initiatives. Staff recommends the board that conduct a public hearing and receive AB 2561 vacancy, recruitment, and retention efforts report for the 2025 calendar year. And again, I have Council Ross looking into just kind of what the true particulars are of this, because today we were having some discussions on, is it a calendar year, is it a fiscal year? So getting some clarification that he'll bring back to us, and if it's something that we need to join into future. So you may see this in a couple more months when we start presenting the budget presentation and kind of incorporating into that. So we're trying to work out a lot of those little details that just came up today that we were discussing, and we wanted to get this on the agenda and have a public hearing on it. So I'm available for any questions that you guys might have.
Thank you, Chief. Any questions from the board? Seeing none, I'll take this time to open it up for public comment on item number 11, the public hearing, yeah. And I'll start with you, Madam Clerk. Do we have any speaker cards?
Yes. Justin?
My name is Justin Ho. I'm living in Mary Kenya. My question is, I want to see if we can have our department just to check in the street. I noticed this weekend I would trim the tree with current Dunmore. So I tried to clear the telephone pole. I think you guys can see if we can have our department going around. I think I see them doing this a lot. Make sure we need to add no fire hazard. So we can please see if we can look that in that. Thank you.
Is that something that you'll be able to look into, Chief?
I'll have to apologize. I'll trying to wrap my head around what exactly was asked. If you can clarify that for me.
What is it that you would like to see happen, Justin?
I remember the fire department going around and measure that the grass need to mow it, the trees, like we just measure the neighborhood be safe. That's all.
Yes, and Justin, we are working on this. Actually, I'll say that in the chief's report. On July 1st, we'll start going out and doing the weed abatement, which will address the grasses, the trees, and we'll talk later about how to use C-Click Fix to report those. If you see anything out there that you think is hazardous and you would like to report, you can report it through the C-Click Fix.
Okay. And may I have a question for our chief? Do you have your email?
Do I have an email? Yes, my email's on the website.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Justin.
Thanks, Justin. Madam Clerk, any other callers online?
No, Chair.
Anyone in the room with a public comment? Seeing none, I'll close public comment, return to the board for an acceptance agreement on this public hearing, and then receive and file.
Look, I think we have a resolution to adopt.
Is there a resolution to that?
Yes. So
Go ahead.
I move that we adopt Resolution 2026-18, a resolution of the Board of Directors of the American Canyon Fire Protection District receiving the annual fire district vacancies, recruitment, and retention efforts report pursuant to Government Code Section 3502.3, AB 2561.
I'll second.
Okay, thank you. We have a second. Madam Clerk, can you do a roll call, please, on that?
Board Member Cruz?
Yes.
Board Member Lamatina?
Yes.
Board Member Oro?
Yes.
Vice Chair Joseph?
Yes.
Chair Washington?
Yes. Thank you. We'll move on to business items. We have nothing on the agenda for business item. Fire Chief's oral report. Chief?
Good evening again, Board. As we move closer to wildfire season, our personnel continue to prepare through ongoing wildfire refresher training. We do this every year to ensure that our crews remain ready for the increased fire danger and the coming summer months. These training reinforce critical operational skills, safety procedures, communications, and coordinated response tactics that are essential during the vegetation fires and large-scale events. We also are getting reports from the CAL FIRE this year that some of the fuel levels and the projected El Niños that are coming are evident of the 2015, 2017, and 2020 fire season. So we're looking at ramping this potentially being a elevated fire season like we've seen in those years past. Beginning June 1st, as I just said to Justin, the district will also begin the weed abatement and enforcement efforts through the American Canyon. As I told you last month, we had just, I think right before that meeting, we had just sent out all the letters kind of reminding people, so the enforcement will start taking place on June 1st. This mitigation efforts are an important part of the reducing the wildfire risk in our community and limiting available fuels near homes, businesses, and roadways. We continue to encourage residents to use to help us identify the hazard conditions by using C-Click Fix, like I addressed there, or they can also call the fire district. C-Click Fix is your best feature. Early reporting and community participation play a significant role in keeping American Canyon safe during fire season. So again, after June 1st, if you see stuff that people haven't mitigated yet, you can report it and we'll go out and make sure that it's enforced. From a community event standpoint, the fire district successfully supported and participated in the kickoff of the concert series at the Ruins. We are pleased to report there were no significant public safety issues during the event, and this represents an important milestone as American Canyon continues expanding community centers, events, and gatherings. It also demonstrates the value of proactive planning and strong coordination between the city departments, public safety partners, and event organizers to ensure the events remain safe and successful for the public. I'd say that we have a good working relationship with the Ruins, with the McGrath, and with the event coordinator who came back from last year, Anthony, and the partnership and the proactiveness to get myself, the police chief, and our crews out there to walk through the event and see all the changes has really helped out. Our crews also recently participated in the annual airport mass casualty incident. So every year we try to go team up with CAL FIRE and work at the airport through our procedures on navigating through the airport. And then also they've integrated a mass casualty scenario into it to provide a little additional training for our crews. This full-scale drill reinforces the importance of interagency coordination, a unified command, communication, and maintaining proficiency in complex, low-frequency, but high consequence emergency incidents. And training like these ensure responders are prepared to work efficiently alongside regional partners during critical emergencies where rapid coordination can significantly impact outcomes. The airport is very important because I've gone out there myself, and it's something that you don't do often, and just trying to navigate across the field with the aircraft coming in and coordinating with the tower. We want to make sure we don't have an event that like what happened in New York, where we have a plane and a fire engine accident. So it's very important that we continue this training with our partners and with the airport staff. In addition to the preparedness activities, our personnel have continued engaging in our community through the DARE graduations and outreach events alongside our partners at the American Canyon Police Department. And these events continue to strengthen our relationship between the public safety agencies and the residents we live in or we serve. And finally, while we value our partnership with the American Canyon PD, I am disappointed to report that 2 of our newest fire trucks recently made their public debut in a race against myself and Chief Greenberg. Unfortunately, Chief Greenberg appeared to benefit from what I can only describe as rookie luck, narrowly defeating me on a hose-to-hose race. If you guys haven't seen the videos that they had out there, the social media posts, and I want to give a very special recognition to Laura Preventure and her family, her husband Mike and her sons Mitchell and Matthew, who spent, I don't even know how many hours, because I know she's been working on it for a while, sending me updated pictures. She built these boxed fire engines with wheels on them and guides that sit on top of 2.5-inch hose. And it's a community event that you guys will soon see if you haven't already. And you get 2 people behind it. You open up a nozzle and you squirt the back of the fire engines and push them down the hose and create a race to a certain point. So yeah, I'm a little embarrassed. I lost the hose race to the police chief of all people. But he was happy. That made his day. Actually, I think it made his week. But I can't express I've said between Martha and Laura how much they give to this agency and how much her and her family as well continue to put a lot of hours into making this event a success and making these 2 engines that are just going to give us years of fun with the kids in the community. And I think she and her family deserve recognition and applause.
Yeah. It's my understanding, Chief, that the police chief had an obstacle where his wheels were square and still won.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of stories that have come out since then too.
Yeah, but that was.
I think somebody was back there reducing my pressure. No. That might have been Nicole. But with that concludes my chief's report, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you guys might have if you have any.
Thank you, Chief. Any questions from the board?
Just wanted to know what your training schedule is for next year's event. We want you to prevail.
That's actually on here too. I skipped that because she was trying to set me up here in my little notes that we're continuing to review our training opportunities and possibly adjust. We want a rematch. That's what I want.
Thank you. Any other board member? Seeing none, I will adjourn tonight's business. We
Oh,
finished.
there's a future agenda items on there?
It's all in one. It's all one.
Oh,
It's
okay,
committee
then
reports.
I have a future agenda item request. But first I must comment on that race. I watched the video. There was a fix. He had a slight slope going down on that hill. So make sure it's a level playing field next time. So, Chief, you brought up comments around Watson Ranch and the Ruins area. I'm glad to hear that partnership is going well. Recently in the community, and I think those guys were behind a citizens initiative on extending Marcus Lane and amending the general plan to connect to Watson Lane. Through that whole process, I've began thinking about it more deeply, and one of those things that in discussions with a lot of people in the community, I realized that on the east side of town, where our fire station is, and where all these new residents and all these visitors are coming in, there's only actually 2 access points to Highway 29, American Canyon Road and Donaldson Way, right? And as houses go north in Watson Ranch, which is continuing because there's homes approved there, I'm beginning to wonder about emergency access roads. Newell Extension is supposed to be built in the future, but it's a long ways out. And so for me to help understand it, I would like to propose that at our next fire district meeting that we have a discussion about that and what that means and what kind of sort of public safety pressures, particularly from the fire district's perspective, just be on the agenda item as a discussion point. I'm not asking for a consultant study or anything like that, but how the fire district is thinking about it on the road from a public safety perspective. What could happen out there? Because currently everybody that lives in Watson Ranch is either getting out on Newell or on Rolling Hills Drive. And that's not a lot of ways out. And then until we have like multiple access points, I'll be concerned. So my recommendation is to have that at next month's meeting, just as an agenda item.
Thank you, Board Member Oro. Can you kind of clarify that as a motion?
Yeah, let's talk about public. I would like an agenda. I'd move to have an agenda item discussing an east side connector from a public safety perspective, and the options and the concerns around that.
Well, and I'll second that.
Thank you. Madam Clerk, we have a motion and a second. Can we get a roll call, please?
Board Member Cruz?
Yes.
Board Member Lamatina?
Yes.
Board Member Oro?
Yes.
Vice Chair Joseph?
Yes.
And Chair Washington?
Yes. Are there any other board member future items or committee reports to report out on?
Maybe not right away, but we know that there's that half-cent initiative talking about fire and open space. And assuming it qualifies to be on the agenda, it would be nice to have a discussion from our fire district's perspective, what we can get out of it, for lack of a better term. Not necessarily next month, as soon as it's confirmed that it's on the November ballot, if it's on the November ballot. It'd be nice to have some discussion about what it can offer us or not offer us. But nothing formal yet, but just a heads up that if it's on the agenda, I'd like to have a discussion about what we can get from it or not.
So that's not a motion, it's just a suggestion. Okay.
Just food for thought.
Food for thought. Got it. If there's no other board members with comments or future items, we've concluded our business for this evening, and we are now adjourned. Good night, American Canyon.